welcome to this episode of my Women Empowerment Wednesday show. My name is Jessica DSB. Enjoy this episode.
Happy Wednesday! It's Women Empowerment Wednesday. I'm super excited to be with all of you today. So, my name is Jessica, proud mom, 2 times best international seller, author. I am an entrepreneur, a coach, passionate world traveler. I can't wait to be back in the air. I'm super excited for today's guest. Before I introduce her, just a reminder what I've been up to. Women Empowerment Wednesday show is a Facebook Live and doing every single week. We have conversations with a special guest that are inspiring, touching, empowering, and not only having a conversation with the special guest, but we want this conversation to be brought into the lives of the people that you care about, your family, your friends. If you're watching live, let us know. Type live in the chat. If you're going to be watching this replay, watch replay. I want you to share what you like best about what you're hearing today. Don't forget to add yourself to my Facebook group, Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB. We're almost at the target of 365 members. And a reminder, who wants this book?
Ooh.
Who wants this book? Because I'm doing a draw once we hit 365 members of my book, 365 Empowerment Stories. Woo!
Go, everybody sign up. Send it to your friends.
Share it with your friends. Share this video.
What are you waiting for?
Right? I am so excited about our special guest this week because Miss Jaime Yamanaka, I'm sure you've seen her if you've been watching this since the beginning. She's an entrepreneur. She's a passionate on her self-discovery. She's passionate about women empowerment, meditation. Why am I so excited for her to join this call today? It's because we started this women empowerment together. Yes. And it's been 6 months. So I reached out to Jaime and I said, you got to be on the show. We're celebrating 6 months. You know, we started this together. I would have not started this without her, like full transparency. We did this together in the beginning and I continued on, and I'm so excited that you're joining us today because we're going to have lots of fun and great conversation about the topic that we chose. So welcome.
Oh my goodness. Madame Jessica de Serboisino, I am so honored to be here and so proud of you for reaching this milestone, not just with 6 months of women's empowerment, but moving forwards on, your goal, getting close to that 365 people on your page, publishing the second book. I'm just so excited for you. And anybody who has seen one of our conversations before or has watched Jessica recently, you've also been able to see how powerful, how present she always is. And that is a real gift, and it's a blessing to be able to be here with you and to share in it today. So thank you for having me on, and congratulations. 6 months is exciting. Yeah.
Thank you. I love it. So for those that might have not been there in the beginning or might not seen me or heard of you, can you share a bit more of who you are?
Yeah, for sure. So guys, let's start off with my name. I am Jaime Yamanaka. I've brought you into my dojo today. So I'm in my own private dojo, which you can see in the background. I grew up in a dojo. So I was born and raised in a martial arts family of traditional martial artists. So I've trained all my life in Shaolin Kung Fu, in a traditional style of Okinawan Goju-ryu, and in various styles of Jiu-Jitsu, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. All my martial artists, all my Eastern philosophy people, let me know that you're here. Send me a little message. Excuse my voice today. So that was my background, but I went into corporate and because my parents ran a business, and as business owners, we were blessed to meet lots of interesting people, monks who came in from, from Tibet. We met, martial artists from India and Italy, Japan, and all these different people. But my parents, who ran a small business, they always told me that go for the golden egg, go to corporate. So I was the first in my dad's side of the family to go to university to complete a degree and then to get a job in corporate. And I worked there for 8 years, I think almost 10 years actually. And I ended up running marketing and events for a large corporation, got to travel, which was a lot of fun, but I found myself being super stressed. I loved what I did. I loved the people, but anybody who's ever worked in that kind of environment, let me know, send me that message, give me that give me this fire emoji, because you'll know what I mean when you've got that burning sense of stress, that angst that comes on Sunday night because Monday is just way too close. And that feeling of dread kind of followed me. So I made a shift about 2.5 years ago, made a big shift, made a big leap, and jumped out of a plane and left corporate, left security. And I'm really, really glad I did, because I was working in the events industry. So that industry does not exist right now. So I took some time and went back to my roots and uncovered well, actually, as we're talking about milestones, I'll share a story with you as we talk through. This is my 2-year milestone of realizing I was and exiting out of a relationship and a friendship with a sociopath, and spiraling into deep depression. And what helped me get out of that was a strong practice of going back to my roots, a strong practice of meditation, a strong practice of affirmation. I started, teaching self-defense and ran a self-defense business for youth and focused on training girls and boys, and standing in that power and being able to share my story with young people and teaching them physical, vocal, mental tools that didn't happen to them, helped me remember who I was at a time when I didn't know up from down, and was really truly forgetting who I was and what I could do. So from that point with COVID, everything kind of flipped and twisted and turned. And again, I saw personal challenges. If you've been affected by COVID and you've been at home more and you're lonely or you're bored or your mental health is right there in front of you, all we've got to do these days, if you're not working or at a job or taking care of somebody, you're just staring yourself in the mirror all day long with your actions, your habits. And for me, I faced a couple of things with my mental health, and I was like, okay, let's revisit this again. This isn't just like sweep it under the carpet. These things are done. You deal with it once and it's over. No, this is a practice of mindfulness. This is a practice of coming back to the truth of who you are. So I, again, really implemented meditation. I implemented a system of meditation, stretching, power hours in order to complete things. And that structure helped me be more aware and realize what I could do and get through all those times. So now I work of sharing that. Right now I'm doing a lot of training on my own personally. I'm going to be training tonight in a couple of hours with some students. Just exploring the beauty of the martial arts, the power, the strength, and the presence of meditation and of always coming back to the truth of who you are. This isn't who I am, who Jessica is, who you are. It's not that we're any different. It's the truth is that we are, we have this energy within us, our chi, our life force that creates worlds. And we are an extension of this. So we're coming back to that all the time, helps me go through my struggles and helps me build an awareness and flow. And now the next stage is just evaluating that and expanding it in a way that feels like an expression of love.
Oh, I love it. I'm all about love. Oh my God. I'm
all
always
about love.
always
you
sending
are
lots
all
of love.
about love. You spread so
Love
much love.
multiplies.
If anyone has ever gotten some love from Jessica or heard her voice and known that it was just an expression of love, type a little heart in there. I'm going to type a little heart in the comment box right now because, like, this
Hello,
woman
Mike.
is.
Hello, Mathieu, Christian, Tasha. Hey, Mary. How are you? If you're watching live, let us know. If you're watching replay, let us know as well. Thank you for being real and raw and authentic, because those are the things that we wanted to make sure it was happening in the beginning. Are you still there? Yes. Okay. You freeze a little bit, so
I am.
you're hearing me well. Perfect.
Oh.
And sharing your vulnerability. Yeah, I won't
Thank
be
you.
able to.
Vulnerability. Thank you.
Thank you.
Teamwork.
So if you're just joining us, what we will be talking about today is milestones, but also honoring where you are, because we have this tendency, I think, as human beings, oh, I don't have the big house, I'm not married, or I haven't had the job or the business that I want, or the income. And yet, especially this year, I think with COVID, being home, like you were just saying, you're faced with looking at yourself, taking a look at who you are. And one of the things that we want to accomplish on this call today is, well, anyways, for myself, is, take a moment and honor where you are. Honor all the steps that you took. Yeah. Right? All the battles that you fought, all the circumstances, the hard times, and just be proud of who you are today. Yeah, just take a moment of that. So I wanted to ask you, Jamie, what milestones did you want to honor? Well, you shared a bit. Yeah, you shared one. So let me hear about more milestones that you'd love to honor yourself with.
Well, you know what? Next week is my birthday.
Yay!
So, yeah.
Oh my God, it's my sister's birthday.
And it's your sister's birthday.
Oh my God,
happy birthday.
Yes, let me just tag my stepmother because she needs to watch this.
My internet is not great here.
Do you want to switch places?
I want to switch places. The internet is not good enough for me to back. Please entertain with comments.
Because I can't even hear. I couldn't even hear what you said. All right, so Jamie will be back. We are having internet issues, so for those that are still watching, I will entertain you by myself. Yay! So we're talking about milestones, honoring where you are, keep growing. Lots are happening, and I wanted to share that with Jamie. I don't know if she can still hear me, but when we started, it was April, and April was the beginning of the confinement of this whole COVID situation, right? So it was just the beginning of us, having to be home. That, lasted for a few months, and then we went back to kind of a normal summer. And then now here in Montreal, we are back to having to stay home for the whole month of October until October 28th. And I am like right now filled with the fact that it's a little bit more difficult than back in April, because I got used to seeing my family again. I got used to seeing my friends again. And now I have to be back home, and I'm like finding it a bit more difficult. But doing daily things that will make you feel good, like Jamie was saying, meditation, reading, connecting with friends, Zoom, cell phone. There's so many ways to connect with people. And I think for me, and I know for many other people, when you connect, when you reach out to somebody, and that's what Annetta Edwards told me last week. She said, when you're feeling down, reach out to somebody that's even feeling more down. and be there for them. And it makes you feel so good. And then the other person is feeling good. So how's the internet, Jamie?
How's this? Am I better?
Yay!
Awesome.
Did you hear what I was saying while you were?
Every word of it. I wouldn't miss it.
I love it. Okay, so do you have any other milestones? You have many. I know you have many that you'd like to honor today and maybe inspire somebody else to do the same.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? It's funny. It's funny as we were talking about this conversation of milestones that I was realizing, and this is a cool thing, right? When you start to think about what milestones are there or are there not, I started to take it as like not an emotional thing, right? Not like, oh my God, what am I so proud of myself for? No, we're proud of ourselves for waking up and for doing whatever we have to do. There's no shame in this conversation. It's what milestones am I hitting? And if not, you know, if I start now, what milestones will I hit? What milestones will I be able to honor? And sometimes there's honor in not having any milestones, just honoring where you're at right now and recognizing that this, for some people, for somebody right now, it's the moment where they're like, oh, I want to celebrate something 6 months from now. I want to have a milestone. I want to look back and be like, man, I made it 10 days, 3 months, 1 year. And for me, as I was thinking about this, and I was like, you know, the milestone of recognizing that I was, you know, in this toxic space with a toxic friend, and that is a huge milestone because last year on my birthday, I recorded myself a little video. And I could see it in my face. Watching the video, I could see it in my face where I was like, hey, Jamie, happy birthday. I don't know if you remember, but I'm going to tell you, this last year was a wild one. And I started to talk about, you know, how challenging the first year was, how really, truly hard. I thought that I was going to be up and over. And if anyone's ever had a really big shock in their life or something that threw them not even off course, but onto the next planet, I thought I'd be back up and on my feet in months, in a couple of days, you know, in weeks. And to have hit that first year and realize like, man, that was tough. That was really tough. And then to hit 2 years and be like, this second year was pretty magical. This second year was pretty great. What can I what can I share with others? Because the truth is, you can help somebody as you heal, but it's hard to teach the lesson you haven't learned.
So, yeah.
So it's like, as we talk about milestones, it's okay to honor where you're at and take time to learn the lesson. And the reason why I share that is because I was impatient. If anyone here is impatient, you want it now.
Yes.
I want it now. But in starting to recognize these little milestones, these small steps, right? Okay, you know what? I've been eating better for the last 3 months. Okay, you know what? I've been more consistent on my meditation. You know what? Actually, I started meditation. You know what? I started going for walks. You know what? Honoring those small steps really makes a difference, because if you don't give yourself a pat on the back, no one else matters. So that being said, I'd really like to honor you in your milestone of doing this consistently for 6 months. This is a huge accomplishment, because the first year of anybody who's done anything is the most challenging, right? The first year of running a business is the hardest. The first year of any relationship can often be called the honeymoon phase, because it's great, and then it gets really hard. So that's the opposite. But the first year of a new stage, the first year after a loss, the first year of change, and to remain consistent and hit this milestone of 6 months, Jessica, I'd really like to honor you and where you're at, because this is a beautiful process of consistency and power that you've been sharing with people. And as everybody here has been gaining value and insight and introspection, I hope that people continue to share, and I hope that you continue to receive everything, every blessing that you pour out to other people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What a sweetheart.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
like
beautiful.
I said, I would have not started this without you. So, it's as much as you're honoring me, this honoring goes right back to you, because we did this together. So
we did this together, yeah. And I'll share, it was funny because right after we talked about this and I was in the dojo, in traditional martial arts, we start each class with 3 bows. And you can't see it now, but where I was sitting, that's called the front of the dojo, is called the seat of authority. The kamiza is the Japanese name. And on that ledge is where we put pictures of our teachers who have passed, the teachers of our teachers, and honoring the past. And every single class starts with 3 bows. And this touches on milestones, because the first bow is to the past. So we honor the teachers who have passed. Mm-hmm. We honor the knowledge that they have passed on, right? That's important. The second bow is to the present. So the second bow is to the teacher in front of us right now, the one who's teaching us today, the one who's sharing their knowledge, the one that we're going to be opening ourselves up to learn from. And the third bow is to the future, and that's to the students. So honoring every stage of that path, of that flow. We honor the students, for they're the ones who are going to be expanding this knowledge. They're the ones who are here to learn from every piece before. So what happens next, we can't always predict. What happens in a year, we don't always know. But this is the present, right? The people who are listening right now, today, everybody who's with us, you're the future, right? Mm-hmm. Lydia, Alexandra, like Mary, Tasha,
Stephanie,
Jesse, yes, to all of everybody. You guys, yes. That's the future, right? The expansion of your knowledge, the sharing of what you have, that's the future. What you're going to say tomorrow, you might not know right now. What will come will be blessings, but you may not exactly know what it looks like. But honoring each of those milestones, each of those parts, is so beautiful, because you start to see the continuation, how one thing turns into another. And you can't talk about the future and, I want this, I'm building this, I'm going to have this, if you cannot for one moment appreciate where you are.
Woo! Powerful. I'm inspired. I hope people are watching are inspired. I want to just do a little because my stepmom is watching. Lydia's my stepmom. Hi, Lydia.
Lydia's your stepmom. Hi, Lydia.
And I want to take a moment of this topic and just, celebrate and sing to my sister, because my little sister is turning 11 today.
Oh my goodness.
Sarah. And so I want to take a moment and sing to her so that she can hear it later when she comes back from school. I'm a horrible singer.
Me too.
But we can do like a mid version.
We love you so much that we're going to sing badly for you, okay? That's how much
sorry
we
in
care.
advance. Oh my God. So,
if you're with us, guys, type happy birthday, Sarah, in the chat, please. That way we can share it with Sarah.
Right. So let's do it.
Let's do it. Happy
birthday, Sarah.
To you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
birthday, dear Sarah.
Happy
birthday to you.
There's a delay in our conversation. Happy birthday, lovely Sarah. You're going to be watching this later. I love you. I love you. I love you, my little angel in my life. She's a fighter. She's a warrior. You know, amazing parents that she has. She's blessed. So hi, Dad. Hi, Lydia. I love you guys. Yay. Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Oh my goodness. I've heard so much about Sarah. I am so excited to get a chance to honor her with happy birthday.
And as we're talking about Sarah, I haven't shared this in a while because of this COVID, but my project with this book, the 365 Empowering Stories, I'm in the back. I ordered 500 books. I have them in my house. And what I was doing is I'm selling them $20 each. And once I sell all the 500 books, it's going to give me $10,000 that I'm giving to my dad and his wife. Because for those that might not know, my little sister has cerebral palsy. She's in a wheelchair, and they had to pay lots of money to redo the ramp in the front of the house, the whole bathroom, to have the shower for her. And so I'm still doing this project. I just haven't shared about it just because of this COVID, but I'm sharing it today. So thank you for making me think of that. And so if you want to order your book, message me privately and I will give it to you in person. I'll send it to you, the shipping. And thank you in advance for everybody that we are now up to $1,000. So I'm missing 9,000. So I got this.
Amazing. It's on its way. I'm in. I'm buying a book. I got the electronic version of your book, but I am so excited to have a paper hard copy. I love a hard book.
Hi, Dwayne, and it's an incredible book. It's plenty of stories,
beautiful,
empowering stories. So you'll love, and Christmas is coming. It's a great
Christmas present.
Great gift for people that you love and care about. Yay! So let's get back to today's topic to make sure we're. Oh my God, time flies.
Time flies.
Okay, so we talked about milestones. We talked about honoring where we are, consistent, growing, personal growth. Personal growth is something that I think I mention every single week just because it's so important, you know.
Yeah. And you're such an advocate for it because you've gone through it yourself. I mean, your transformation is incredible. I'm blessed to have known you for the last 3 years, and just to see that transformation has been really cool. You've grown more into yourself, more confident, more like you're always so full of positivity. That has never changed. I don't know what you were like before I met you, but you're a bundle of joy and a bundle of energy.
Yay. I am. And good afternoon, Dwayne. As I was sharing, I think last week, you know, like I've gone through tough stuff, you know, but I choose to be positive, and it's not easy.
It's not easy, but you do it anyways.
And then when you're surrounding yourself with incredible people like Jamie, you're reminded of who you truly are. And so even though sometimes you might lose your path, you're having a tough day, a tough week, a tough month, a tough year, you know, keep surrounding yourself with those incredible people that will remind you of who you are, right? So thank you, Jamie, because you were a big help with everything that's happened in the last few weeks. So I want to talk about, because we have like 10-15 minutes left. I want to talk about the importance of women empowerment. So we started this together. What was your initial reasoning, initial thoughts of starting this? And why is women empowerment still very much important in your life?
What a cool question. So when I think about what is women's empowerment, before I even get into the why, I'll share like what is women's empowerment for me, because empowerment in general is important. Empowering men, empowering people, you know, different genders, all races and creed, but women specifically is important because there is a nuance about growing up as a woman where most men don't even have an awareness of what we need to think about and consider just to live a life safely and and in our strength. It is peeling back a lot of layers. And a friend of mine was watching a video of the video was called something like what I have to think about before I go out late at night or on my walk home. And a woman was just like, okay, I'm thinking about, do I have my cell phone on me? Is it charged? Okay. Do I have something in my hand in case I need it? Does somebody know where I'm going? Okay. Am I wearing shoes that I can run in? Like all these different things like that women just have to think about just like on their walk home in a dark late at night situation. And he was like, you have to, what? So bringing an awareness to that, I mean, when we as women empower each other, we power a community, we power a network. Like women are beautiful, incredible figures that give birth to life. And I don't mean that in just a physical sense. I mean, like literally, we give birth, we create. And that's what women's empowerment is to me. And why that's important is because women, this might be oversimplifying it a little bit, but we share. We share and we expand. And once we have something good, we want other people to have it too. And it's a beautiful thing to watch something transform and grow and flow. And it hits on another level because men are automatically impacted with that too, right? Strong women, have standards for strong men, and strong men are happy and empowered as well, and they face their own challenges. But specifically women's empowerment, the other thing is why is because I am a woman. So when I talk about women's empowerment, I'm talking about my personal story and journey that I can speak to. So why that's important is because as I step into my own power, all I can do is share what is my truth, what is the truth that I have experienced in this world. So, I mean, I have a soft spot in my heart for working with men and helping them realize the truth within themselves. That is a huge passion of mine. But it also is back to how you're treating other people. For some reason, I'm glowing. I think because the light is coming in from here. But
because you are a glowing person, For those that don't know Jamie, I'm gonna add that she's the light. She doesn't have to speak. When she enters a room, she is a light. You see the strength and the empowerment that she carries with herself. So it's all in alignment with who you are.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you, because I can't stop.
I love it.
It's what it is.
Don't. People need your light in this world, and that's one thing I remind myself when I wake up and I don't want to get out of bed. No, I need to show up. Somebody needs to hear what I have to say, or other, like I need to show up, and it goes to everybody. Hello, Claire. Hello, Valérie. How are you? Thank you for joining. If you're watching live, type live. If you're watching replay, type replay. We're going to slowly wrap up the call. It goes by so fast. Like, oh my God.
So fast.
Right?
Well, you know what? Before we finish off, as this is a huge milestone for you. You've just hit 6 months. And to honor where you're at today, what are you doing to recognize and honor yourself at this milestone?
Love the question. I think by having incredible people like you remind me of my milestones, it's like I'm automatically honoring myself because I'm listening, I'm being present to what you're saying. And I do take a moment and be like, yeah, it's true. I was consistent because a lot of things happened between April and now, moving, losing a job, like, being a mom and all these things. I remember one day we were just like literally in boxes and I'm like, Mom, there's no Wi-Fi in the house. I'm going to take my phone's internet. I'm going to do my call. And I still dressed up, even though I'm like, And I did my call. Last week I was late for the first time, but I still did the call, right? So consistency is, you've heard it before for many of our mentors, Mr. Les Brown, Mr. Nelson, you know, consistency is the key. You need to be consistent. If you want to create a movement, you want to create a business, you want to create a branding for yourself, you have to show up consistently. People are watching you, right? And I'm having fun. Honestly, I love this. I love to be here every week. And my goal is at least to inspire one person. And if I can do that, I'm super happy. And I know there's one lady that shared me a story that she started work, like, you know, like I'm hearing testimonies. So thank you. But I am honoring myself. I am honoring the milestones, and I don't want to stay in the past, but I go there and be like, okay, this is where I came from. This is where I am. And this is where I'm going.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah. First year milestone is going to be awesome. 10-year milestone is going to be dope. We're going to have the best, sickest party. I cannot wait for that party.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Milestone, yes.
And stay tuned for everybody that's watching, because we are going to create an online event that will have to do with women empowerment. We'll be selling tickets. So that is all in the works. So as soon as we have all the details, we'll be sharing with all of you. Hey, Costa. Hey, Mohamed. So I'm going to talk about the 2 quotes that I picked for today's call. And then I want you to share whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart, how you want to end this call. So the first quote that I picked is, be a girl with adventure, a lady with confidence, and a woman with bravery. Confidence, I want to share on confidence, because it's not that I wake up confident to this call. It's the fear is always there. And, you know, a lot of people can relate to that. But going over that fear is where the courage is, and the confidence is there. So I'm inviting you, if you're watching today, to you're acknowledging the fear, put it aside, and just have that courage and do it. And then the confidence will just come up. Do you want to share something?
I completely agree. Confidence is a skill. People think that it's something that they have or they don't have. It's not. It's absolutely not. You know, to think that, you know, putting yourself out there is natural to anybody, or, you know, no. Confidence is a skill, and you practice it, and you suck at it, and that's okay. So you get braver and braver the more you do it, and then the fewer fucks you give, and then the more confident you become.
Oh my God. And then the other quote is, she's the type of flower that can still grow after a forest fire.
Beautiful. You know what? I'd like to put it out there too, that she's the type of flower that can grow even after a forest fire. You know, there's something in there. We are each that flower. It's not that she is not you. We are the flower, right? We are the flower. There is no separation between her or she, or not I, or Jessica, or Jamie, or you, or him.
Could be him.
Yeah, absolutely. You are. I am the flower.
Exactly. So be that flower today, and no matter what's happening in your life, just, you know, stand. Oh, it makes me think of that quote, the pineapple quote: stand tall, wear your crown, and be sweet on the inside. That's it. Wear your crown, be sweet on the inside, go share all the love and energy. It works.
Beautiful.
Trust me.
Beautiful.
Right?
Well said. I can't wait for your next milestone. Thank you so much for having me on. I adore you. I appreciate you, and I honor you today for everything that you are and all that you are stepping into. Congratulations, Jess.
Jamie, you're awesome. You're awesome. Do you want to say anything else from today's topic, or what you think people need to hear today?
You know, whenever I speak, I am only talking to myself here. So you're on the right path. It's okay if you don't have it all figured out. Your milestone could be, you know, something so small today, and that's exactly what it's supposed to be. Sometimes the first milestones are small. They're small wins. Honor them, see them, acknowledge them. 1 day, 10 days, 3 months, 6 months. It's a rolling stone, and your milestone starts right now.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, everybody that was watching today. I really am grateful for all of you. You're all awesome. Keep watching. I'll be back next week with another special guest. And I really wish you all an awesome Wednesday. Thank you, Jamie, again for being here, taking your time. 6 months. We started this together. I cannot thank you enough. It was so much fun, and I'm happy.
So much fun.
Happy to be with you. And I'll see you again. You know, the next milestone, you're going to be there, okay?
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. I love you. Mwah.
Love you guys. Bye.
If you have enjoyed today's episode, please share with the people that you love and care about. Jessica DSB.